Oh, right. Yeah, this is a Patreon from Kev. He only sent this like last night, I think, but I saw it and thought, yeah. Um, Obviously, I love the Beatles, and this arguably, Taxman, this actually could be one of my favorite Beatles songs too. Great song. People go on about Lennon and McCartney. Lennon and McCartney are greatest, like yeah, both of them. But people sleep on George, and George has some of the best. Something is George. Um, Always thought I Want You was, but that's a Lennon song. I Want You, She's So Heavy. It sounds like a George Harrison song, though, but it's a Lennon one. But yeah, something, Taxman, Within You, Without You, I think is George. What, that one, yeah. George got some beautiful songs. Um, but yeah, this is older George. I think this is in 90s. Does it say a time here? I think this is like 92 or something. So yeah, George Harrison, Taxman, live, rare footage. It's on a TV show, I think, but it's like I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, George Harrison, Taxman. Let's go. She's got the devil in her. Is that song?
That's not on the list. That's not on the list. I'm not doing that. Television people, we're just going to do one tune for you and then kick you out. Gently, gently, of course. Let me tell you how it will be. It's one for you, 19 for me. 'Cause I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. If 5% appears too small, thankful I don't take it all. 'Cause I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. If you drive a car, I tax the street. If you try to sit, I tax your seat. If you get too close, I tax the heat. If you take a walk, I'll tax your feet.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. Don't ask me what I want it for.
Mister.
Cause I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. And if I reduce it down, you'll see I'm Boris Yeltsin. I'll get back more with the VAT. Mr. Bush. Yes, I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. If you get a head, I'll tax your hat. If you get a pet, I'll tax your cat. Tax your mat. If you're overweight, I'll tax your fat. Now my advice to those who die: tax them. Declare the pennies on your eyes. Tax man. And I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. And you're working for no
Oh yeah.
one but me. Yeah, I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man.
Yeah, like I said, a great tune, and obviously he's done some updates. Cause in Mr. Heath, cause I'm the tax man. Yeah, yeah, and obviously that was, I think, weren't they paying 90%, the Beatles and that 90% tax, and that's what the Rolling Stones exiled on Main Street, and then when they living in France or something, Rolling Stones just left, but I'm sure it was, yeah, you paid 90p for every pound, which is that's just crazy. But a very, like I say, George, you can't sleep on George's songwriting. Think he wrote that song back then, and it's just as, because I was thinking then, at one point, I was getting, when I was under self-employed tax, I was getting taxed 1 day's money every week. So I'd work 5 days and get paid 4, because the tax man took a whole day. I went to work for 1 day every week for no, for just to give them, literally just go, here you go. Yeah, yeah, crazy, crazy, and obviously that's nothing compared to what they was getting at the time. And like I say, what's that 60? What's Taxman? What's Taxman on? Revolver? Is it on Revolver? Was it on Rubber Soul? It's that point. So what's that? 66, 67? 60, a song he wrote in 67. Just as, like I say, he done some he updated the names. Mr. Heath, I guess that's Ted Heath. Yeah, look into the story of Ted Heath. What's the guy, Mike Tarrega, the mate that wrote the Meat Rack Boys? Yeah, Ted Heath was one of the people he had to. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, great tune, and also it's funny. What's the jazz? Is it start? There's no reason for me to know your name, nor you to know mine. It'll be enough. Ding, 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 ding. Love with a passion, cold hate. That's a love with a passion, cold hate. What you give is what you get. Yeah, jam song. Whatever that was, I think it's called Start. It's a complete rip off of Taxman, complete rip off. But yeah, as well, shout out to that guitar player for being able to do because he had it. Like even the sound of his guitar sounded like the record. Shout out for him to get in that slide down as well that George does on the record. I can't even do it with my mouth how many notes there is in there, but he done a good version. And like I say, actually he had the his guitar sounded like George's on the record. Yeah, that was fire. Shout out to him. And like I say, that's not actually. I mean, again, people slate George's guitar player, and he's not the greatest guitar player, and definitely not the best lead guitar player of the band. But that's a tricky little rundown that he does in that. It's more like a sitar vibe rundown, isn't it? I think yeah, around that time he would have been getting into that. Um, yeah, yeah, great. Like I say, great song. Um, yeah, and George is the man. Like I say, he's the one that gets like. I mean, it's hard when you're with two writing colossals like Lennon and McCartney, and like I said, it's not a knock on Lennon and McCartney. Them two are unbelievable. It's not just unbelievable how good the songs are in the Beatles, but how consistent they were over such a short space of time, and how the body of work that they done, films and everything. And but yeah, the albums are. There's really not a bad Beatles album, really. Let It Be, but only because of the overdubs, and now you've got Let It Be Naked. It's a great album. But yes, it's not a knock on Lennon and McCartney, but George definitely gets slept on in terms of that. He doesn't get the respect he's due because he's with such big names as Lennon and McCartney. But like I say, something is his in ding, 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 ding. What's that one? I want to tell you I feel hung up and I don't know. That's George, isn't it? I'll make you maybe next time around. That's another one. The AC/DC Girls Got Rhythm was one of the first riffs I ever learned on the guitar, and that one. Ding, 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 ding. It's a great riff. That is a great riff. Like I say, George, again, like, yeah, he's not a Stevie Ray Vaughan or a Jimi Hendrix or whatever, but he could pull them out. That's a great, great riff. But yeah, yeah, this was fire. But yeah, that's the reactions.